journey of a romantic relationship often begins with the simple, electric spark of a first hi, but the transition into a deep, committed I love you is a complex evolution of behavior, psychology, and intent. In the early stages of dating, it can be challenging to discern whether a man is merely enjoying the novelty of a new connection or if he is laying the groundwork for a permanent partnership. Understanding the shift from casual interest to serious devotion requires looking beyond grand romantic gestures and focusing instead on the subtle, consistent patterns of his actions. When a man begins to view a woman as his future, his entire approach to the relationship transforms. He moves from being a guest in her life to becoming a permanent stakeholder. This transformation is marked by 15 distinct psychological and social markers that signal a readiness for long-term commitment. These signs range from the way he integrates his partner into his most private social circles to the intentionality behind his communication and conflict resolution. A man who is getting serious stops playing the waiting game and starts providing the stability and transparency necessary for trust to flourish. He begins to prioritize her happiness and growth as much as his own, signaling that he is no longer operating as a solo entity, but as part of a dedicated team. By recognizing these indicators, you can gain clarity on the trajectory of your connection, moving past the uncertainty of the honeymoon phase and toward a grounded, authentic love. The following exploration breaks down these 15 critical signs, offering a roadmap to understanding the male perspective as he navigates the path from casual attraction to a profound, life-altering commitment. 1. Consistent communication and initiation. One of the most telling indicators that a man is shifting from casual interest to a serious commitment is the rhythm and reliability of his outreach. When he is truly invested, communication is no longer a game of convenience or a response to boredom. It becomes a deliberate priority. You will notice that he initiates contact, not just to make plans, but to check in on your well-being throughout the day. He shares fragments of his life and seeks your perspective, ensuring that the connection remains steady even when you are apart. This consistency eliminates the anxiety of waiting for a text, as his presence becomes a stable fixture in your daily routine. By taking the lead in reaching out, he demonstrates that you are at the forefront of his mind and that he values the momentum of the relationship. 2. Integration into his inner social circle. A significant leap toward a long-term future occurs when he chooses to merge his private world with yours. Introducing you to his closest friends is a strategic move that signals he sees you as a permanent fixture rather than a temporary guest. He isn't just showing you off. He is looking for social validation and checking how your personality harmonizes with the people he trusts most. When he invites you into these spaces, he is effectively giving you a VIP pass to his history and his character. You begin to see the side of him that only his oldest companions know, and his willingness to make you a part of these gatherings proves he is proud to be associated with you. It is a clear transition from a private romance to a publicly acknowledged, serious partnership. 3. Prioritizing quality time over convenience. In a world of endless distractions, time is the most valuable currency anyone can spend. When a man is getting serious, he stops fitting you into the gaps of his schedule and starts building his schedule around you. This means he is willing to drive across town after a long work shift just to see you for an hour, or he chooses a quiet night in with you over a rowdy outing with colleagues. It isn't just about the quantity of hours spent together, but the quality of the engagement. He listens intently, puts away his phone, and focuses on creating shared experiences. This shift shows that your presence has become a necessity for his happiness rather than an optional luxury. He treats your time as sacred and respects the effort required to maintain a deep, meaningful bond. 4. Open discussions about future plans, vague promises, and living in the moment are hallmarks of casual dating. But a serious man thinks in terms of years, not just weekends. When he begins to include you in his long-term vision, it is a psychological signal of deep commitment. This might manifest as discussing holiday plans months in advance, talking about career shifts that consider your location, or using "we" when describing his goals for the upcoming year. By vocalizing these intentions, he is inviting you to co-author the next chapters of his life. He isn't afraid of the "where is this going?" conversation because he has already decided that he wants you there. This transparency provides a sense of security, allowing the relationship to grow on a foundation of mutual expectation rather than mystery or guesswork about his true feelings. Vulnerability and emotional transparency. Society often conditions men to keep their guards up. So when he begins to lower his emotional shield, it is a profound sign of trust and serious intent. Vulnerability involves sharing his fears, past failures, and deepest aspirations. Things he doesn't post on social media or discuss at the gym. He allows you to see him when he isn't perfect, trusting that you will offer support rather than judgment. This emotional transparency creates an intimate bridge that physical attraction alone cannot sustain. When he opens up about his inner world, he is giving you the tools to understand him on a soul level. This level of honesty is a prerequisite for a lasting "I love you," as it proves he is ready to be fully known and fully loved, acknowledging that the relationship is a safe harbor. 6. Remembering small personal details. Attention to detail is a powerful form of devotion. When a man is becoming serious, he transitions from broad strokes to the fine lines of your personality. He remembers your favorite coffee order, the name of your childhood pet, or a passing comment you made about a specific book months ago. This level of observation proves that he isn't just hearing you. He is actively listening with the intent to understand and cherish your unique identity. By storing these microfacts in his memory, he demonstrates that your preferences and history are valuable to him. It often manifests in thoughtful gestures, such as surprisedly bringing you a specific snack you mentioned liking once, showing that he is constantly curating a mental map of what makes you happy to strengthen your bond. 7. Active interest in your long-term goals. A partner who is looking toward a future with you will naturally become your most vocal cheerleader and strategic consultant. Instead of merely nodding along when you talk about your career or personal dreams, he asks probing questions and offers genuine encouragement. He wants to understand the why behind your ambitions because he views your success as intertwined with his own. If you have a professional hurdle or a creative project, he makes himself available to brainstorm or provide emotional support. This investment shows that he doesn't just want a companion for the present moment. He wants to be the person standing beside you as you achieve your life's milestones. His support is a clear sign that he values your growth and sees a long-term role for himself. 8. Consistent reliability and follow-through. Reliability is the backbone of trust, and a man who is getting serious understands that his word is his bond. You no longer have to wonder if he will show up or if he will forget a promise he made. Whether it is a small commitment like calling at a certain time, or a major one like helping you move, he follows through with actions that match his language. This consistency builds a psychological safety net, allowing you to relax into the relationship without the fear of being let down. He recognizes that flakiness is a trait of the uninvested, so he goes out of his way to prove his dependability. By being a man of his word, he establishes himself as a stable pillar in your life, signaling that he is ready for a mature partnership. Shifting from I to we language. The language a man uses offers a direct window into his subconscious perception of the relationship when he begins to replace I and me with we and us during casual conversation. It signifies a fundamental shift in his identity. He no longer views his life as a solo journey, but as a collaborative experience. You will hear this in small ways, such as saying we should try that restaurant, or our weekend was great. Even when he's talking to other people, this linguistic merge indicates that he has integrated you into his self-concept. He is naturally grouping your interests, schedules, and futures together. This subtle but profound change in vocabulary is a precursor to deep commitment, proving that he has internally accepted you as his teammate and partner in every sense. 10. Introducing you to family members. Meeting the family is often regarded as the ultimate threshold in a romantic progression because it involves a level of exposure that cannot be easily undone. When he brings you home to meet his parents or siblings, he is inviting you into his foundational history and exposing his roots to your influence. This isn't just a social introduction, it is an endorsement. He is signaling to his most important circle that you are a person of significance who deserves their respect and attention. He is also observing how you fit into his family dynamic, looking for the harmony required for a permanent life together. This step shows he is no longer keeping you in a separate, dating compartment, but is ready to weave you into the very fabric of his lifelong identity. 11. Providing support during difficult times. Life is not always a series of high points, and a man's true intentions are often revealed when things go wrong. When he is getting serious, He doesn't disappear when you face a personal crisis, a stressful day at work, or a family emergency. Instead, he steps up as a reliable anchor, offering both emotional comfort and practical solutions. He asks what you need, whether it is a listening ear, a warm meal, or help navigating a complex problem. By staying present during your low moments, he demonstrates that he is not just a fair weather companion, but someone who is prepared to weather the storms of life by your side. This willingness to share your burdens is a profound testament to his commitment and his desire to be your primary source of strength and security. 12. Respecting and maintaining boundaries. True intimacy is built on a foundation of mutual respect and a man who envisions a serious future. With you will honor your boundaries without hesitation, whether those boundaries are emotional, physical, or related to your time and independence. He treats them as sacred rather than as obstacles to be negotiated. He understands that your individuality is what makes the relationship healthy and sustainable. When he respects your need for space or your no in any situation, he is showing that he values your comfort and autonomy as much as his own. This behavior creates a culture of safety and trust, proving that he is a mature partner who wants a relationship based on equality and care rather than control. His respect for your limits is a clear sign of his long-term character. 13. Public displays of affection and recognition. A man who is serious about you wants the world to know it. This doesn't necessarily mean grand cinematic gestures, but rather a consistent public acknowledgement of your role in his life. Whether it is holding your hand in a crowded room, posting a photo of you together on social media, or introducing you proudly as his partner, these actions signal that he is not hiding the relationship. He is comfortable being associated with you in every environment, from professional circles to casual outings. This public recognition eliminates any ambiguity about your status and provides a sense of social security. By claiming you openly, he is burning the bridges to his single life and showing that he is fully committed to the exclusive and serious path you are building together. 14. Investing in resolving conflicts healthily. In casual flings, disagreements often lead to ghosting or walking away. But a serious man views conflict as an opportunity to grow closer. When a man is invested, he doesn't focus on winning an argument. He focuses on understanding your perspective and finding a middle ground. He is willing to have the difficult, uncomfortable conversations required to fix a misunderstanding because he cares more about the relationship than his own ego. He listens without becoming overly defensive and looks for ways to prevent the same issue from arising in the future. This investment in repair shows that he sees the relationship as something worth fighting for and preserving. His maturity in handling friction is a major green flag, that he is prepared for the realities of a long-term commitment. 15. Making space for you in his personal environment. One of the final physical signs of a man getting serious is when he begins to literally make room for you in his personal life and home. This might start with a dedicated drawer at his place, a spare toothbrush, or him rearranging his schedule to ensure you have a comfortable spot in his daily routine. It reflects a psychological opening of his private sanctuary. He is no longer just visiting your life or having you visit his. He is integrating your presence into his physical world. This transition from separate lives to a shared environment is a powerful indicator that he is ready for domestic partnership. By inviting you into his most personal spaces, he is signaling that he wants your presence to be a permanent, daily reality rather than a weekend exception.